Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And Denver getting set to take the field. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 8 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches they feel exactly the same way.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Steps away to his left. Brown with his stick skills. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Brown. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Kamara will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And shedding through. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
He had the touchdown run on the last drive, his 2nd of this 1st half, as his guys start here with a 1st and 10. Here's Brown on 1st down. He'll air this one out for Mims. He's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 63 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on no.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. Off the play fake. Brown steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Darius Slayton, 75 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's close. Throwing to start the drive. Brown throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Brown. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Jennings. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Najee Harris with a couple of touchdowns there. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Eagles trying to hold on and claim victory. In that first half, it was a veteran quarterback who led the charge. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be new.
Denver's offense now set to go. Brown now on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. Good footwork at the 30, and they're able to get this one across the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. A give to Kamara running right. Taken down at the 42. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Now Brown to throw on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Shedding through the defense. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Brown from the gun on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Brown with his stick skills. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. got it inside the 10 at the 8. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Denver's offense ready to go again. They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key.
He's been sensational all year. He threw touchdown pass number 45. Here's Brown throwing on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking deep for Jennings. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And quickly, they get to the line. To throw on 2nd down. Brown steps away to his left. Brown with his stick skills. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Brown. Buying time to his left. Now he's into the clear again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. 54 yards. And the Broncos continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances. And Denver getting set to take the field. On 1st and 10, Brown. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Brown flushed out right. Brown with the stick skills. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Brown now, operating from the gun. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tyler Lockett from 6 yards away. And the Broncos have got it on cruise control. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Denver's offense now set to go as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. Brown with his stick skills. How did he stay on his feet? Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Cook up the gut. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Denver, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.
today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Denver Broncos taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Denver Broncos. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now Brown throwing to start the drive. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 7 yards there and a first down. The Broncos at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. But, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And, look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. You talk about certain guys just having a no. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Brown on first down. And this is caught. Jennings. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown. Throwing to start the drive. Brown looking deep for Jennings. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
He hit on the big one on that last drive. Touchdown pass number 50 on the season. What a year he's put together, and he'll try to build on it here, 1st and 10. Here's Brown. Off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. Looking to throw. Brown. Flushed out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Broncos! Colby Parkinson from 6 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. Throwing to start the drive. Brown looking deep for Jennings. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brown looking deep for Jennings. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. Here's Kamara off the draw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Kamara gets it again on second down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Matt Corral leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. C.J. Stroud has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that one to the visiting L.A. Chargers. Dak Prescott, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Operating from the gun, Brown eluding the pressure right. Fighting through. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Looking to throw. Brown escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Back to throw. Brown flushed out right. Brown with his stick skills. And they'll get this down to the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off play action. Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ballgame. He has the 4 touchdown passes in last drive. He ran around. Brown now. Off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Joseph Osai. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now Brown to throw on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. Brown with the stick skills. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Looking to throw. Brown. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Brown on 1st and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Off the play fake. Brown eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Brown. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Tyler Lockett with an acrobatic catch. And the Broncos just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big...
He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Denver, 57 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Brown forced out to his left. Breaks through the contact. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw. Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Darius Slayton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to...
Denver's offense now set to go. Here's Brown, throwing to start the drive. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Back to throw. Brown. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Brown. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Still going. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Alvin Kamara, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are closing in now. And coming out now, the Broncos. Brown now. Off play action. Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Now Brown. Off the play fake. Flushed out right. It's complete to Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defense.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Denver Broncos taking on the Carolina Panthers.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Denver Broncos. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Off the play fake. Brown. He's got his man on the crossing route. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. Brown. And this one complete again to Mims. knock this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyler Lockett with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play,
their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down. Off the play fake. Brown being chased out left. Escapes the defender. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Off play action. Brown flush to his right. Brown with his stick skills. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Brandon, there was more in his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and wasn't going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
Out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
He capped off that last drive himself, had the touchdown run. Now he'll take over here again, 1st and 10. Brown, off play action, steps away to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Broncos. Darius Slayton, 75 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brown buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back to throw. Brown eluding the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. Escaping the pressure right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Brown. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out. Brown now, throwing on 1st down. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyler Lockett with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos are able to add on to their 1st half lead. What a 1st half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's...
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out. Now Brown throwing to start the drive. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Touchdown! Colby Parkinson from 21 yards away. And the Broncos are pouring it on. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's...
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's been... They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, what a move. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Robert Spillane able to bring him down. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, God.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Broncos. A big play there. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Brown on first down. Looking deep for Jennings. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the white.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Throwing to start the drive. Brown looking deep for Jennings. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 52 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Brown. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara from 17 yards out. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did lock. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Throwing on first down. Brown. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Looking deep for Jennings. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Here's Brown, off the play fake, rolling to his right. He'll air this one out for Mims. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver, 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Brown. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Darius Slayton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Brown now, throwing to start the drive. Flush to his right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Kamara try the right side. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Back to throw. Brown. It's caught. Lockett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Now Brown. Off play action. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tyler Lockett, 26 yards. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Throwing to start the drive. Brown forced out to his left. Dancing away at the 35. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And now off off to the races down the right side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brown escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Kamara is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball.
So the Broncos coming out now. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton. It got his man complete. There he goes again. Touchdown. Darius Slayton, 95 yards. And the Broncos are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Denver getting set to take the field. Brown on 1st and 10. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Denver's offense now set to go. Here's Brown, throwing to start the drive. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
Without a doubt, the fade route is tough.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Operating from the gun, Brown. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tyler Lockett with his second touchdown of this opening quarter, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch up.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Throwing to start the drive. Brown dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun. Brown flushed out right. Now he's loose again. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. Oh, and the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Being chased out left. Brown with his stick skills. Ooh, with a juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. Back to throw. Brown, flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims, a 16-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Brown now, throwing on first down. He'll air this one out for Mims. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Operating from the gun, Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Colby Parkinson, 39 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back on it. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. No gain on the play there, second down. Looking to throw. Brown. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Back to throw. Brown. He'll air this one out for Mims. This is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Brown steps away to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 5 now, second and a yard. Looking to throw. Brown buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Now Brown on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Brown. He lets it fly for Lockett. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Tyler Lockett with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. Down the sideline he goes, and he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brown. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Back to throw. Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will.
He took it in from a yard out the last time they had the ball. And he'll start here. Brown throwing to start the drive. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he works free. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw. Brown flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Here's Brown to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have opened. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Brown now on 1st and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Now Brown from the gun, he'll throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! Colby Parkinson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to... Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Off play action. Brown. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Brown. Left side complete to Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Off the play fake. Brown rolling to his left. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. And Denver getting set to take the field. Brown throwing to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Looking to throw. Brown. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 59 yards. Denver's offense now set to go. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he will be taken down here, but another big gain on the ground to start the drive. This one good for 16, and yet again a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give to Kamara running right. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Again, it's Kamara. Powers through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Here's Brown looking to throw on 2nd down. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. The bottom line, you got to keep your...
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up